there.
Okay. Point number 4.
Yeah.
Point number 4 in terms of promoting cultural change is what we call involvement in the transformation process. So, quick definition of that is we need to make sure that people on the floor, people doing the work, people in the offices are actually invited into the teams to redesign their work areas and provide input, either as permanent members of the teams or what we like to call open season, where we invite them in during the process to provide their opinions and their feedback.
Yeah. If you have a group of engineers leading the project, or you have a consultants like us leading the project, don't let this become the consultant's project, because it will be much more difficult for people to accept the changes and to engage with the new required behaviors to make the lean implementation succeed. So, to make sure that people buy into, first of all, they need to be trained and be invited to be a part of this new design team. After that, as Richard just mentioned, what we call with our clients the open season meeting. Once the new set of processes, the new line has been designed, you would be well advised to invite all the different stakeholders to come in, take a look at the line, and take that one last shot. Anything that they may find disagreeable with, or that they may not believe it will work, this is their chance to speak. After that, we're moving with the new, with the transformation, and everybody needs to be behind it. So, involvement, people participating, being an honest part of it, and understanding what they're doing. That is our 4th key to cultural change and sustainability.
I remember reading that a Chinese sage once said that in the perfect society, the people say, we did it ourselves. So I guess we might say in the perfect lean transformation, the people actually say, we did it ourselves. May not be 100% true, but that's how they feel. And the buy-in and the involvement and the cultural change is going to be much more powerful in that environment. Right? Ready for the last one?
Yeah, for the last one.
Okay, we call that engagement. Engagement primarily in continuous process improvement. And our definition of that would be involvement by the entire workforce in terms of ideas, suggestions, continuous improvement, usually on the level of small ideas or smaller ideas, but in participation from everyone in the workforce.
Multiple ways of approaching that, and we have approached that with some clients through a TPM program, in which Kaizen and Quick and Easy Kaizen are 2 of the elements that we use in the TPM program. But to be able to engage the workforce, regardless of the path you choose, you have to make sure that they are educated, they have been trained in techniques associated with elimination of waste, problem solving, and then they are empowered to make those suggestions, to come up with the solutions, and ideally to implement those solutions. We have seen some significant success with that, some ideas that, engineers or management team didn't see before, and the folks on the floor were able to come up with the solutions and implement them very quickly.
In fact, we can't really claim that we're a lean enterprise until you get to that level of maturity, where everyone is engaged and involved. There are companies in the world today that receive 1, 2, or even more suggestions from every person in the company every month. That's the level of speed of transformation that's taking place in those kind of environments. And if you're competing with those kind of companies, you're going to have problems. On the other hand, on the positive side, if you're able to accomplish that level of cultural change, then your competition should be very worried.
Yeah. One quick story about that. Working with a client, kicking off a TPM program. I have been working with this client that builds electronic components for the automotive industry. Have been working with them for a good couple of years, a large plant with 1,000 direct employees. So we had a lot of work redesigning lines. And some processes, when you're in the middle of a line redesign, some processes you have to compromise and leave them the way they are, come back later and fix them. And there was this one process that was a test process that failed at a level of sometimes 25, 30, 40% at times. When I commented that to the continuous process improvement manager, he sort of dismissed my comment as, Gerard, there you go again, being the consultant, indicating or showing me what, we have known this for a long while, we have never been able to fix it, so, we just need to learn to live with this. And I said, 30% reject rate, and many of them were false rejects, that it doesn't matter how you slice it. That is just wrong. We really need to find a way to fix that. And to make a long story short, during the course of the TPM implementation that came after, during which we certified 20 TPM leaders that then started with the engagement of the workforce, one of the projects that was brought to the front was this particular test process. What was the problem? The problem was lighting. The light was hitting the scanner in such a way that it caused false readings. Nobody knew it. Who knew it? The person working at the scanner. And you know what she did to make parts go through? This. She made a little tent a little shade over the parts to make sure that the light was not hitting the scanner the wrong way. We actually implemented small actual shades that were built by the teams, and in one day that process went down to 2% reject rate. Who had that idea? The person associated, or the person operating the process. The power of having many small suggestions coming from the folks on the floor is just enormous. Do not miss on that.
Okay, let's summarize, Gerard.
Yep.
Leadership, training, physical transformation, involvement in that physical transformation by the workforce, and finally, engagement in the process of continuous improvement.
Try it out. You have nothing to lose.
Thank you very much, and stay tuned for other segments like this.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. It was reasonably smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I thought so.
Boy, we talk.
18 minutes, George.